What's up, guys? Welcome back, and as always, I'm very grateful for you to be here. It's been a minute. It has been a minute. Life has been a doozy, but I am back. The one and only, yours truly, Kyler Brackeen, is here in the flesh in order to create curiosity and hopefully spark a conversation. That's what I'm here to do, right? You don't want to see me juggle. You don't want to see me doing annoying, inconsiderate pranks. You would rather me actually speak on real things that are happening to you and to me. We're in this thing together. So thank you very much. Make sure you like and subscribe. This video is it's going to be a mind bender. And we're going to talk about things that are very complex. It's not so easily defined and it's not clear cut. So stay with me to the very end and I appreciate you. I really felt the need to make this video because I rewatched, if you will, The Hunger Games. The Hunger Games are incredible. I watched all of them. I believe there's four. And then you go back into the other ones that are absolute garbage, but the initial ones, I believe they came out in 2014, and they're based on books. And that parallels a lot of what I see today in the country that I live in, that I love, the United States of America. We see a lot of similarities. And if we don't take control of the reins and take back our country, that's exactly what's going to happen. It's going to turn into an authoritarian dictatorship, if you will. That is a mouthful, I know. But that's basically what happened. And I see so many parallels. And so I wanted to just think in real time with you guys and explain how I am connecting the two because I do see many similarities. I'm a little out of breath because I decided to be a little bit healthier, more health conscious, and I just went on like a 3 mile bike ride. So I am a little exhausted, but my mind is clear and I'm ready to get back to you guys and start giving you guys value. You know, when you're creating a YouTube channel, the most important thing you can do is bring people value. And what better value could I give you than knowledge? And I'm not going to tell you anything. I'm going to give you my perspective. And it's up to you to decipher all of the evidence that I lay out for yourselves. This isn't some entertainment channel, although I hope that knowledge entertains you. You know, if the more you learn in life and the more you challenge what you know and show an immense amount of skepticism and cynicism towards everything that you hear, the better off you'll be. The more power you'll have, the more authority you'll have, the more conscientiousness you'll have, the more money you'll have. The more you question everything around you, the better off you'll be. Not only as an American, not only financially, economically, but mentally. As a human being, we're very complex. And so that's what I'm attempting to do with this podcast. If you even want to call it a podcast, you know, I don't necessarily even know what to call this. It's still becoming what it is eventually going to be. So, in the meantime, just bear with me. Hear me out, hear me through, and hopefully you'll learn something. A lot of creators, they run their own PR. They're their own publicity stuntmen, publicists, where they have to be shown in fancy clothes and driving fancy cars with fancy people doing extravagant things. That's not this. That's not this. If you want that, then turn this off right now. There's plenty of that on YouTube. But if you come for deep thought, then stay. Because I think that you'll gain something from this. I think I'll open your mind up. So let's get into it. Why are The Hunger Games, both the books and the movies, so similar to what's happening today in the United States. First, let me hit you with some facts. Let me get comfortable here. We're going to be here a minute. Let me see. So, the nation of Pan Am is ruled by the capital and led by President Snow. Of course, we all know that. The capital represents an oppressive government that maintains control through fear. The annual games are a reminder to the districts that we own you, so don't rebel. It's a way of showing power. It's a way of showing authority. It's a way to get them to be slaves. You have to remember that all of the districts are necessary, like limbs to a heart, and the heart is the capital. Now, symbolically, that's a lot like Washington, D.C. And as we were watching this, rewatching this, me and my girlfriend, I thought to myself, wow, this has many, many parallels. And most importantly, you think that Beverly Hills 90210, you think that Miami, like Brickell downtown area in Florida, is the wealthiest place in the United States? You're wrong. If you want to find the wealthiest counties in the United States, look no further than Washington, D.C. Now, what do these people do? Have they invented great things? Have they changed lives in extraordinary ways? No. They're fucking politicians. They're all politicians. That's all they do. They bullshit for a living. They're probably privileged people, or maybe they're just very smart people that came from rough upbringings that found out that they can manipulate the public. And when they manipulate the public, great things will happen. They promise things that they know they won't deliver on. They make backdoor deals with people that own big industry, big companies, big pharma, and they absolutely throw us under the bus every single time. There's a funny saying that I've heard. I'm not sure who it's from, but after 4 years of a presidency, or maybe eight, there's only one certainty, that people will be fed up and wanting to kick out the bum. They'll want to get him out of there. Him, or maybe in the future, her. They'll want to put someone else in. And why do they give us an election in the first place? Just like with the games, in the Hunger Games, why do they have tributes? It's to give hope, right? It's to give hope, because without hope, we will rebel. Inevitably, we will rebel. And that's the reason we have elections. Elections don't change anything. There are things that you and I both know that if we had every American's vote towards certain issues, not talking about issues that are divisive, not talking about ones that are split from left to right, etc. I'm talking about things that everyone would be in agreement upon. Those things should have been passed a long time ago, and yet they're not. So why aren't they? It's because our vote doesn't count. I was talking to my brother the other day, and he didn't seem to understand the way that the political presidential election process works. See, the popular vote doesn't count. Whoever they put in, whether it's Democrat or Republican, they're already decided for us. We don't get to choose. The popular vote doesn't count. They get to bring up whoever they want to run for the Democrats and the Republicans. And it's as simple as that. An independent never stands a chance. Never stands a chance. It just won't happen. They don't have the funding, they don't have the capital, they don't have the exposure, they don't have the media on their side. Just like in the Hunger Games, the media is a propaganda tool. And I'm not meaning to scare you guys or go all Alex Jones on you. All I'm saying is that the parallels are eerily similar. And it's not just talking about our current day and age, but it's a tale as old as time itself. This is how you manipulate the public into being beaten into submission, working as slaves, in order to further the agendas of the top 1% elite class that owns this country. That's what they do. Our vote doesn't count. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. But getting back to why it parallels the Hunger Games and why they have to pay tribute is because it gives them hope, right? And when we have an election, it gives us hope. They don't tell us to stand up and fight. They don't tell us to knock down the doors to the White House and drag that person out and put someone in there that will take care of us. Or most importantly, why do we have a president to begin with? I can speak for myself. I don't need a bum to sit in Washington. Whether, I don't care who it is, Democrat or Republican, it's two sides of the same coin. I don't need them to tell me how to live my life. I'm perfectly capable of making those decisions by myself. All they're doing is extracting tax from you. They're taking your money. They're stealing your time. They're stealing everything from you. They're literally taking everything from you, not just your time, not just your money, but money is work. They're stealing work from you. And our money is meaningless now. It means absolutely nothing. It's fucking paper. It's nothing. I have tons of money back there, locked away. Just tons of money. And it's absolutely worthless. Do I need it? Sure. But what is it worth? It's only worth what we agree upon. It's not backed by anything. And so they're able to manipulate it. They're able to manipulate it. And they're able to do that because they do what they want. They give us an election in order for us to say, hey, at least we have hope. We have hope that the next person will do the right thing. I know we made a mistake, we got fooled, but the next person we elect might actually have the public's interest at heart. It might actually have their interest at heart. And lo and behold, they do the same shit over and over and over. It's a repetitive cycle. And the second things get to the point to where they're about to burst and we're about to have an uprising, a rebellion, then they shut it down. And they do that in real time. We've seen that just in the last couple of years. The second things start to pop off, they distract you. Whew, what happened with so-and-so celebrity? This is big news. Well, no disrespect towards that celebrity. I'm sure they're a great person, but I could give a fuck. That person doesn't change my life at all. I don't care who they're getting married to. I don't care which rehab center they went to. I want to know about the things that are impacting me. I want to know about the real things, but the media spins things. We've seen it with UFOs, right? UFOs everywhere. Shh, don't look over here. We're telling you about extraterrestrials. Shut the fuck up. Shut up. Just like this Epstein thing. This thing is happening. They make it seem like it's a one-off event, like this guy was a lone wolf. This is a giant web that has infected the entire country's political elite. And everyone is wrapped up in that web. It's not one party. It's not one sector of government. It's not one sector of industry. It's everyone. Everyone was associated. And that's the problem. If this comes out, then we're no longer going to have any trust from our government. We're going to be rebellious. And just like what happened when all the districts got together in the Hunger Games, they're going to fight. We've seen it before. Insurrections, we've seen uprisings. What was it, January 16th, right? Or January 6th or whatever. What happened on January 6th where the people said, I'm fed up with this. I don't believe in the system. I believe that the election was rigged and we're going to take back our country. Now, that wasn't very well thought out, of course. And in fact, I think that that was almost intentionally done, strategically. See, the people at the top are very, very good game makers, just like in the Hunger Games, guys. They know how people react. They know the psychology of people. They know the psychology of groups. They know how to push your buttons and make you do things. And I think that they intentionally let them in on January 6th in order to stop them and make them martyrs. Because I've heard stories of people blatantly saying, come in. The police said, come in. And I've heard that they planted aggravators in the crowds. And we know they do that because anytime there's uprisings around the United States, whether it be Black Lives Matter, which, by the way, is clearly funded by the CIA. It has intelligence written all over it. All over it. They want to infect those people. They don't want another Martin Luther King Jr. And make no mistake, Black Lives Matter is not any sort of civil rights activism whatsoever. It's something totally different. Just because we've had something in the past that was beautiful and great and necessary doesn't mean that you can replicate it in the future and get the same result, because these people are just milking the system, and it's set up by Central Intelligence. Not to get on that tangent, but all I'm saying is that they don't want another Muhammad Ali. They don't want another Martin Luther King Jr. They can't have that. They want you to shut the fuck up and follow the rules. That's why occasionally people's sons or daughters will, of the elite class, or people that are even in or about to go into presidency themselves and serve as POTUS, the President of the United States, they'll have family members that fought in war. They'll put their sons in war, but make no mistake, that's just a publicity stunt. They're not actually in combat. They're not actually in combat. They're safe. They're absolutely safe. Do you think that they're going to sacrifice their family? No. They're going to sacrifice your family. And I don't mean to disparage our military at all. Sometimes it's maybe necessary. Sometimes it is. There's bad people out there. But especially with what's happening in Iran now and what we found out about Israel buying off everyone and basically blackmailing all of the most elite people within the United States, including many of the people in our current and past presidential realm, and even the presidents themselves. They blackmail, they bribe, and we're fighting wars for them, and we're sick of it. We're over it. I don't mean to disparage the people that sacrifice their lives or sacrifice their time to go over and attempt to serve a nation that they genuinely believe is to fight in the name of justice, peace, and the American way. I get it. Those people have been lied to. I don't mean to disparage them. All I'm saying is that they would never send anyone of the elite class to go over and fight. They send the pawns. They send you. They send me to do the bidding of the 1%. We're not trying to change their ways to make them more democratic. We're not doing that. We're not democratic. We don't have democracy. It's a game. It's a shell game. That's all America is, and that's the honest truth. I know that many of you will get upset and you'll say, well, it's very complicated, but maybe it's made complicated intentionally, right? Maybe it's meant to be complicated. That's probably the point. They make it complicated so that everyone shuts the fuck up. No one can figure it out. They'll have weirdo conspiracies, but those guys are crackpots, right? America's beautiful. We're going overseas in order to allow women to vote and women to drive, right? It's not because we want their oil. It's not because they pose a threat to our way of life, and not in the United States. I mean, as far as not accepting our money, not accepting our goods and services, not accepting the fact that our money is absolutely worthless, and we have a central bank that isn't connected to the United States at all. It's a private institution. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. We do it for pharmaceutical companies. We do it for other countries' interests, like Israel, for instance. Look at the past people we've fought. Look at the past wars we've killed many, many people in. And do a lot of the people in the Middle East hate us? Yeah. But guess what? If a country came to my homeland, no matter if I'm a raging lunatic pillager or if I'm a freaking Buddhist monk, doesn't matter their way of life. If someone showed up in America and attempted to take them over, took them over, bombed them, killed innocent people, oops, sorry, casualty of war, oops, but that person was my brother, was my mother, was a sister, was a child, was a loved one, was a lover, I would be furious. If they have absolutely nothing to live for anymore, then yeah, I would probably spend the rest of my life hating America too. I would fight them till the very end. And these martyrs, for instance, in the Middle East, yeah, we have to realize, guys, that Muslims are a part of a religion. Just like in Christianity, there's fundamentalism, and then there's moderate people that just go to church and try to find happiness and peace and find solace within themselves by connecting somehow to a higher power. Martyrs aren't just Muslims. They're people that have nothing else to live for. You don't see Christians going out and stoning people to death. You don't see them killing gays. You don't see that. It's because we haven't resulted to that because we have other things. We have a system in place. But these people over in the Middle East, it's not because of their religion. It's because we've absolutely decimated their way of life and killed everyone they care about unnecessarily. They didn't do anything. Like ISIS, for instance, or ISIL, whatever Obama wanted to say. And it's not just Obama, it's every president. He's a talking puppet. Talking puppet, like George Carlson, I believe. He was a pretty funny comedian, but he said that there's a puppet on the right and a puppet on the left. And they said, hey, I think both puppets are connected to the same puppeteer. They're like, shut up. Yeah, they are. They're connected. That's the problem with the United States. And if no one else is going to say it, then I'll say it. Like, for instance, with the immigration thing. Now, that's a very complicated thing because there's people in America that truly love this country. And by the way, they're probably more American than you and me, right? They love this country. They work for this country. They pay taxes. They would do anything to escape the dangers of where they came from. Should they have came here legally? Maybe so. That's not what we're talking about. Nonetheless, we're using them as a scapegoat. And why are we doing that? Because we are the different districts. Like for me, I live in the Midwest, right? And I'm in a city that's very well known for military and aircraft manufacturing. That's all we do. We build bombs and fighter jets and tanks and helicopters, Apache, all these different things. We build weapons, and we do that in order to facilitate war. We get paid for it, sure, but we're all slaves. We're all slaves. We're all slaves to the military-industrial complex in the Midwest. There's Boeing, Textron, Lockheed, Hawker Beechcraft, Bombardier, all of these companies, and they're all guilty of doing the same thing. They're privately contracting products of war. And the sad truth is that if we didn't do that, we wouldn't have any jobs. But what else would we do? That's a very good question. What else would we do? But the reason why your jobs are going away isn't because of some Mexican gardener. That's simply not the case. I hate to break it to you. It's because of artificial intelligence. They're replacing us. They're absolutely replacing us. And why are they doing that? Because they don't want to fuck with you anymore. They don't want to have to deal with you. Robots don't get hungry. They don't demand a living wage. Robots don't need to use the restroom. Robots don't need restroom facilities at all. They don't need bathroom breaks. Are you kidding me? They can be maximally efficient and effective, and they can solve tasks quicker, faster, easier than any human monkey like you and I. That's why they're getting rid of us. Go look at self-checkout lanes. You know there's stores currently with no people in it. And if people steal, so what? They don't care because they're still making money. They're still making more money than if they had someone there, some 80, 90-year-old person there to hand out happy stickers at Walmart and to check people's bags and receipts to make sure they didn't steal anything. They don't want to pay those people, guys. They're getting rid of call center workers. They're getting rid of retail. They're getting rid of all these things that are so massively crucial, and that's just the beginning of it. I work in aircraft manufacturing, and I have been job shopping around, seeing if I could be more useful in other places. Not to get off topic, but I went to another competitor yesterday. I had a job interview there, and you know what's really odd? A lot of their work now had robots, legit robots, doing very complex manufacturing work. It's no longer humans, guys. It's robots. They have legit robots. And I'm like, holy shit. I was like, I can't find anyone that I know that can outwork that thing. That thing is crazy. Now, do we need people to make sure that thing runs correctly? Sure. Do we need programmers? Sure. People that know how to code? Maybe. For now. But not in the future. Those jobs are going away too. Those jobs are ancient history. And soon all of our jobs will be out the window. So what are we going to do about it? Are we going to sit around and get complacent? Or are we going to take back our country? The majority of us don't want these things. It's not like things are getting cheaper, right? It's not like things are getting cheaper. So why are they doing this? Because they're getting rid of you and I. We're no longer needed. We're slaves on a plantation that are witnessing the birth of the cotton gin, and we're no longer needed. We are no longer needed on the fields. They no longer have to take care of us and pretend to care about us and to give us health care and to fight for us and to try to convince us not to rebel against them. And so they're just going to get rid of us. They literally will. It's not a conspiracy. They are going to get rid of us. Plain and simple. And so the question remains, what are we going to do about it? What are we going to do about it? Well, I think we should walk into the White House and say, I'd like my country back, please. Thank you very much. No one wants any of these goods and services. They're supposed to be making them cheaper, right? That's the whole point. It's way cheaper. Everything is cheaper now. And not only is it made cheaper, but it's supposed to be cheaper. And yet it's not. If they've really improved like they said they have in all of these endeavors that are supposed to increase productivity and make manufacturing more simplistic and more affordable, then why aren't things getting any cheaper? Have you been to the grocery store lately? Have you ordered anything online or bought furniture like I just did, or a television or a cell phone, or anything, clothing, tech, any sort of tech, anything, anything, a candy bar, oil, like for your vehicle? Everything is more expensive. It's way more expensive. And we're not getting compensated for that. It's easier, yeah, but if these companies are making more money, then they should be giving us a percentage, not a general wage. We shouldn't even have a minimum wage, not because I think that it's not necessary, but because I think that it shouldn't be an hourly wage to begin with. It should be based on productivity. If I have one person that can, if I have a lawn care company and one person mows 1 acre of grass a day and the other person mows 16 acres of grass per day, and I'm making much more money, but yet for some reason I am now just giving both of those people $7.50 an hour. But one guy is making me an immense amount of money and the other is just still making me money but not a whole lot of money. Why is it hourly wage anyways? It should be a percentage of earnings. And I get it. You didn't take the leap to create your business, and we're talking about a lot of people are just mom and pop shops. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about Google. I'm talking about Apple. I'm talking about all of these big, big companies, Boeing. Let me call out something I know, airplane manufacturing. We're making them so much money, and we're slaves. Some of us are house slaves, some of us are field slaves, but we're all slaves. And we're brought into the system and made to feel like we're pinned up against one another. The house slave is meant to feel like he is privileged because he's not working in the field. Maybe he once worked in the field and got promoted, much like someone that gets promoted to supervisor or manager or then vice president or president of the company. But they give up, workers give the most important, most valuable thing, their resource and their time. You can't buy more time, guys. It's impossible. Tell me if you have another way of buying time. I cannot buy more time. It's impossible. No one can. And we're giving them our time, and we're giving, now some people are giving their time away hour by hour. Even they live at work they're at work, more than they're at home, more than they see their children, by the way, are being indoctrinated by the United States of America's public education system in order to be good little factory workers intentionally. That's why you shouldn't send your kids to a public school. They don't learn a damn thing, and everyone knows it. They're taught to sit down, shut the fuck up, take your test, raise your hand, go to recess, come back, go to lunch, go to first, second. Don't be late. Are you tardy? You have a tardy slip? 3? You're in big trouble. Just like they would do in the United States manufacturing systems, just like they do in the whole economy, the whole job market in the United States. They don't teach you the value of a dollar. They teach you to live in scarcity. And that's our problem. We have to take back our country. Now, if you have any questions or concerns, or more so just opinions on how we could potentially do this without absolutely starting a savage revolution, then leave them below in the comments. I read each and every single one. But I know that this comparison to the Hunger Games has brought more questions than answers. But hey, guys, I never said I was some guru. I just said that I'm opinionated and no one can stop me from speaking. No one can. I say what I want. I have 0 sponsors for this. I have no advertisements. I'm not here to sell a book or promote a product. I'm here to provoke learning and free thinking. So I really appreciate you guys. Make sure you guys like and subscribe and leave comments below. Not only does it help my video, but I am genuinely curious what your own thoughts are. Have I lost my mind? Or any of these things that I've said today not based in reality? Because if so, then I must be an absolute mental fucking Looney Tune. But I don't think I am. And I think that everyone, me and you included, and everyone else that lives within our society today, currently, agrees with me. Whether or not they speak about it or not, or even aware of it, is not my concern. My concern is that it's happening and I want to bring awareness to it. I want to start and provoke a conversation, and maybe even provoke a little bit more than a conversation. So I absolutely read each and every single comment. Thank you guys for growing my channel, and I promise to always be honest with you guys and open. No one can buy me. No one. So thank you very much, and I will be back. We're going to talk about some really, really fascinating things. Like I said, is it entertaining? Maybe not. That's what Logan Paul, Mr. Beast, whoever, that's what that's meant to do. Jimmy Fallon, Jimmy Kimmel. I'm not meant to do that. This is meant to be educational in a way that leaves questions for you to answer. I'm not giving you the answers to these, because the truth is that you have to discover the individualized answer for yourselves. And we can come to some sort of agreement, but don't listen to someone just because they sound like they have authority when giving you knowledge. You have to uncover things and come to your own conclusions. So, what are we going to do? I'm not quite sure what we're going to do about this, but nonetheless, I will be here right on YouTube in order to at least spark the debate, at least allow people the opportunity to organize and come together as a community in order to at least bring light to some of the things that break us and cause us hardship throughout each and every single day of our what was once a beautiful life, what can still be a beautiful life throughout our lives. And life is what you make it. So let's tackle these conversations one step at a time, I suppose. So thank you very much, and I'll be back, guys. And by the way, I am not, you know what, so if anything happens to me, then please, investigate that, because I am definitely not you know what. And the funny thing is, you know the last word, I don't even have to say it, because we're talking about some pretty revolutionary shit, and I get it, but it needs to be said. If I need to be the Katniss Everdeen, then get me a bow and arrow because I'm going in. This is my fucking ship. It's yours, but it's also mine. And so selfishly, I want to fix it, but I need you. I need you. So make sure you like and make sure you subscribe.